feel the ground shake. Every step's a dollar I make. Left foot, right foot, it's a game we play. Health and wealth in a single sway.
Step by step, watch me climb. Every move I'm cashing time. Run, walk, jump, it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy, redefined. Yeah, get healthy, get wealthy,
redefined. What's my currency? No bank in sight. Sunrise to sunset, I own the night. Every stretch, every twist has a price. This grind pays twice, it's paradise. No excuses, no delay. Every motion makes my pay.
Yeah, hey, step by step, watch me climb. Every move I'm cashing time. Run, walk, jump, it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy, redefined. Hey, step by step, watch me climb. Every move I'm cashing time. Run, walk, jump, it's all mine. Get healthy, get wealthy, redefined. Stumble, fall, I'm still in the race. Each bruise another badge I embrace. Momentum builds, can't erase the sound of coins in every pace. Every pace, every pace. Yeah, from my get healthy, get wealthy, redefined.
All right. Welcome everyone to our Standing Tuesday night call. We will be getting started here momentarily. Want to allow a few more people to actually join in with us. So we're going to give them a few more minutes.
Up your dreams, the roads you're thrown. Every step you take earns you crypto. Counting stars in the skies are blue. The sweat turns to gold, yeah. It's all for you. Miles and smiles. The world's your stage. MoveQuest call. MQT paves the way. Steps into gold, watch it unfold. Every move you make, it's a story told. From the spark of dawn to the stars above. Get paid to move, find the life you love. Steps into gold, watch it unfold. Every move you make, it's a story told. From the spark of dawn to the stars above. Get paid to move, find the life you love. Find the life you love. Workers burn, but the fire's sweet. Even your sleeves got the rhythm beat. Calories, dreams, distance too. Crypto rewards for the best of you. Change the world one stride at a time. Feel the rush, it's a climb, a ride. Join the quest, feel the glow. Be your best self, let the future show. Steps into gold, watch it unfold. Every move you make, it's a story told. From the spark of dawn to the stars above. Get paid to move, find a life you love. Steps into gold, watch it unfold. Every move you make, it's a story told. From the spark of dawn to the stars above. Get paid to move, find a life you love. Find a life
aware that we've been having a fitness challenge for the last month and a half or so, and we have about 2.5 months left to go. And tonight, we just kind of want to share some of the people and things that are participating and how it's going along.
A mountain ahead, but I'm ready to climb. One step at a time. The mirror's my rival, the mirror's my friend. It's me versus me till the end. Rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Shadows a whisper, try to pull you down. Stay strong, readjust your crown. Rise up, rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Only 90 days to change your lane. MoveQuest is a brand new game. No finish line, the only limit is the one in your mind. Rise up. Rise up. Take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up.
All right, all right. Once again, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight so we can hear things going on inside the MoveQuest community. I apologize if I had any of the screen covered up. I'm working remotely tonight, so unfamiliar territory for me, but hope everything came through clear on your end. Once again, on Tuesday nights, we have the opportunity to share some time with the creator of MoveQuest. Many of you are noticing and seeing all of the positive things that are taking place inside the community. We're growing. The token itself is increasing in value. The excitement level is definitely on the rise, and more people that have been in the community or re-engaging new people or learning about it and starting to engage. So it's just some good times all across the board. So I hope you are excited as I am at this time for what we are experiencing and look forward to more and more of it as time continues to progress. So, as always, we have Mr. Hayden Andrade here with us this evening. I will give him the opportunity to share anything he'd like before we bring on Miss Lynette Orton to share whatever she has to share with us this evening. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Hayden?
Yes, indeed. I am doing fantastic, Mr. Herschel Crow. How are you?
Wonderful, sir.
Brother, that video was amazing. So many beautiful faces. The energy was just absolutely lit. Big shout outs to Special KC, Catherine Clement. She did an amazing job with that video. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Anyways, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. It's time once again, time for another action-packed Tuesday night update call with our our amazing legend, Mrs. Lynette Arton. As always, big shout outs to the Max Out Warriors, the multi-set soldiers, and the diamond hand hodlers out here. In fact, congratulations to everyone out here experiencing physical transformation, improvements in overall health, and simply out here having fun, taking life to the next level. The MoveQuest token is looking pretty good, hanging out in some double digit territory. And one thing to note, AVAX is taking a bit of a beating. This time last month, October the 5th, AVAX was sitting at about $30.92. And today it's at $15.63. And the A players know exactly what that means. Perfect time to load up, buy low, hold, and maximize your results. This is Hayden Andre, your friendly neighborhood digital asset investor. As always, energized, machine mode is in full effect, fired up, and excited about success. As always, the light paper lioness, Miss Lynette Arden's got some super cool details to share with us tonight. But just a quick reminder, as I always say, the reminder benefits the successful entrepreneur. There are only 26 days left to mine BMED, the Bullish Moon Educational Token. Take advantage of this now. Load up your bag. This is a genuine opportunity to be first to the launch point. This token goes live December the 1st, and right now you can acquire it for its lowest acquisition point. Mine the BME token. There are also only 26 days left to scoop up the special 1 year anniversary promo. 18 Trailblazers for only $720. The normal price tag for this is over $3,000. This is something you got to pay attention to. These are the opportunities that help you to get ahead fast. The Phantom virtual mining feature is also still set at 100% mining power, and this is a limited time promo as well. So help somebody that you care about take action with the Phantoms ASAP. They're going to thank you for this super cool 90-day gift. And lastly, make use of the hatchery. It's the most profitable way to hold your MoveQuest digital assets. As always, please continue to apply common sense when it comes to safety, security, and best practices. This Saturday, we're going to have a special feature focusing on phishing attacks. How do they actually work? Knowing how it works will help a lot of people stay safe because there are people who still think it's okay to click on any email that shows up in your inbox. Don't be that adventurous with those links. Stay away from it. We're going to show you what that's all about this Saturday. That's all for tonight, Mr. Herschel Crow. Everybody out there, stay focused, stay rich, max out, and level up. Herschel Crow, back over to you.
Wonderful. Some great information you just shared. And I just want to dovetail off of one thing you mentioned because I've actually had several conversations in the last few days in reference to this. You mentioned the price of AVAX is down. Now, this is not to be considered financial advice in any way, shape, form, or fashion, just something to consider for those of you that are in a position to do so at this time. We know that we submit with MoveQuest using AVAX for our submission fees and gas fees, right? And AVAX is one of those, staple cryptocurrencies, and we're on that blockchain, so we know that the activity on that blockchain is going to continue to be positive, as well as many other projects are built on the Avalanche chain as well. So it's one of those that's here to stay. The value of AVAX will go up. This is, and you're right, an opportunity for those in position to acquire AVAX and experience the rise in value. Don't forget your MQT as well. Don't get me wrong. But acquiring some AVAX and allowing it to increase in value can help offset some of the submission fees as time progresses. So just something to consider and or do your own research on as time progresses for those that are in position. So enough of that.
Absolutely.
We want to go ahead.
That's exactly the That's exactly the strategy. That's it. Crypto is all about applying strategy. You got to pay attention to what's going on. Paying attention is what's going to help you get paid. And that's exactly why we mentioned that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Without further ado, we want to go ahead and yield the floor to Miss Lynette Arden. How are you doing this evening, ma'am?
I'm doing good. I think I'm catching a
Wonderful.
cold, of course. Hit me this afternoon. I'm like, God dang it. Of course, in
Yeah,
Michigan.
make fist and drop it. You wanted to
Right,
catch.
exactly. Well, I'm going to share my screen because it's interesting that you guys brought up AVAX because that was one of my topics I wanted to talk about
Oh,
tonight.
perfect.
So I'm going to drop this screen down. Oh, wow. It went up to 1603 just in the last 10 minutes. So, talking about what you guys were just saying, I've done a little bit of research on what's been going on with AVAX, and it has a lot to do with a couple of DeFi projects that really aren't even associated with the Avalanche blockchain and with the Bitcoin drop. A lot of people are moving money into Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. So if you do stock up on AVAX, if it starts to drop and it gets below 14.99, chances are it may even go as low as $10. So don't freak out by that and then sell, because once it gets to that certain low level, it will have a turnaround. It'll come back up. But if it can stay up above that $15 price point, we'll probably see it hit back into the mid 20s again over the next week or two. So just kind of watch what it's doing. If you guys are buying it while it's low, don't fear sell because it will turn around. But right now, there's some different indicators and some different trends, and it just depends on what it's going to do. If it drops below, like I said, that 14.99, chances are it could go even as low as $10. But if it can stay above the 15, we'll probably see it back into the mid 20s here in a short time. But I also like looking at this. I mean, we're on the Avalanche chain and we're higher than Avalanche. Of course, we don't have nowhere near the wallet holders and the users or the market cap or anything like that. But it just goes to show that with a self-funding ecosystem like we have, based on engagement and the way this is designed, um, we can actually stay out of the what's trending on the markets, like the Bitcoin prices, Ethereum prices, highs, lows. Doesn't really affect MoveQuest. We don't have that volatility because we're not paired to Avalanche, which is another reason why we paired to that stable coin. Because if MoveQuest was paired to Avalanche right now, imagine, at the market value our token was just a few weeks ago, we'd probably be down under $1 right now. So this is why I chose to pair it to that stable token. So you get a true market value of MoveQuest and not one that's mixed in the volatility of, you know, like AVAX or BNB or one of those type
One
of
one
tokens.
second,
So
1 second, Miss Lynette. Are you sharing your screen?
yeah, you guys aren't seeing it.
I'm not. Hey, no, you seeing it? I'm not seeing it over here.
No, it's not
Let me
sharing.
try sharing again. Yeah, I was sharing, I thought, but here we go. How about now?
Yes, now we can see it. Yes,
Did it disappear?
there we
No,
go.
you're all
It's still there. You're there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just showing you guys just not even 10 minutes ago, AVAX was at like 15.45. So it's gone up quite a bit. So that's a good indicator. If it drops down, like I said, 14.99 or lower, it's going to keep going down and it could go as low as 10. That's just based on what it's been doing over the last, I don't know, 24 to 48 hours based on what's happened in the market. But if it can come up and keep going, um, and stay above that 14.99, we'll probably see it back into the mid 20s. And then I was just showing here. I mean, I know, like I said, we don't have the users that Avalanche does, but I still love it when I can go and look at MoveQuest and it's got a higher market value than the chain's, token, AVAX. So, I get excited about that. And of course, you do see some of that selling there. I think we had reached up almost to $30. Did we almost get to 30? I think. What did we get up to? 20, almost 25. Okay, I don't watch it like a hawk. I probably should, but I don't. I just, I mean, I know what the system does, so I trust it. If I don't pay, I look at it maybe once a day or twice a day, and that's it. But I mean, it's doing really, really good. So it's holding its own. And because of like I said, we made that change on the mining, it is turned that the ecosystem's actually kicking in and doing what it was designed to do. But let me bring back up um, the my other Google stuff here. Come back over here. So I wanted to kind of go over. I don't really have a whole lot of updates, but I do want to touch on a few things so people understand what's taking place with this token. We are getting ready to turn on the miners power-ups, okay? We've been working on the boosts. We've been working on a few other like cleanup things that we needed to do. Then we get the power-ups on the miners. You should see them yet this week, okay? With the miners doing the power-up. If not, it'll be by the end of the weekend. Then we're going to finish up challenges. And you guys, after that, we're really done with our roadmap. The leasing piece is done. We just need to deploy it so that it's live once we're ready. And the leasing just isn't ready yet. We may turn on a portion of it, the renting other people's physical activity. We'll talk more about that here in a couple of weeks because I'm still ironing all that out. And then we'll release what our roadmap 2.0 is for the next, 2 to 4 years. So that's exciting for me. I don't know, it's probably exciting for you guys. It's been a long, and I do mean long, 4 years. So it's nice to finally be getting to a point where things are starting to come together and complete. And now it's really time for us to focus on sharing MoveQuest and taking it to that next level where the community growth really starts to kick in. I want to go over smart contracts. Okay. This project operates on all of these smart contracts. Okay. Not all of these do you guys have to deal with, but we do use these contracts to operate this project. So the ones that you want to be concerned with, and I'm going to have this put up on site for everybody, and hopefully we'll have it there. I would like to see it this week at least by the end of the week so that everybody can see the progression of how this ecosystem is working. I mean, I follow it on my spreadsheet and I want to make sure that you guys have the same thing. Right now, okay, this is our current liquidity. This is if all of the tokens that are in circulation. Okay, this is great. We only have 273,772 MoveQuest tokens that are in circulation right now at this very moment. That's very, very good. And I've told people before, like if these are just sitting in your wallet and you don't plan on selling them, you should honestly put them in the nest for 10 days and then transfer them into the golden hatchery. Tier 3 or tier 4 will give you the highest yield on the MoveQuest that you stake. That's if you're not going to sell them. For one thing, it does an amazing lift or boost to what the liquidity pool is. I'm just going to show you here for a second. If I were to, I think I can adjust it. We'll just adjust it right here. Let's see, I'm going to make it 854. See, that shows only 73,000 tokens would be in circulation. So if there's, and I know that most of these tokens that are sitting in wallets, they've been sitting there for a long time. So if you put them in one of the hatcheries, you're going to get a yield back of MoveQuest from staking those tokens. But for the liquidity of the pool, do you see here? It would only need $75,000 in USDT. That's it. And the pool would be 100% fluid. We'd only be 4%, 5% away from being fluid. So if you're on this call, it costs you nothing to go into the nest. It costs you nothing to go into the golden hatchery. The only reason the incubator costs is because that's where you're minting those vanguard miners that you need if you don't want to mine with trailblazers. So to go into the nest, to go into the golden hatchery, you're just staking. You submit every day and it gives you a higher yield of those MoveQuest tokens. But for the ecosystem itself, it really makes a difference in the liquidity pool itself. And that will look really good on all the dexes. Now I'm going to take this back down to the 600 that it needs to be, the real number there. And that puts you, like you said, back at that 273 with needing 2.1 million in USDT to be fluid. Now we already have the 2.1 million for the other half of the token or the pair. So when you add liquidity, the ecosystem, it needs MoveQuest. paired to the USDT. It's already got this. The ecosystem is holding 2 million MoveQuest in its vault. Where does it get that? In the first 4 years, it gets a percentage of the MoveQuest token for liquidity. What isn't mined in the daily distribution. And so everything was reconciled about 2 weeks ago. August 1st was the first full year. This is the liquidity vault. Okay, so we have the vault that holds all the future tokens that'll be mined between now and the year 2060. This is what is for liquidity. So currently, the community, the ecosystem, is holding at today's market value over $43 million of MoveQuest. That could only be injected as liquidity. It cannot be sold, can't be transferred anywhere. It can only be injected as liquidity. And so this is huge. Okay, this is already banked liquidity for the project. So all it needs to do is pair to the USDT. So I just want to make sure, does everybody understand that? I'm going to come back over to the Zoom so I can see here. Does everybody understand what I just explained as far as how all of this works? So the community actually, you guys actually own those MoveQuest tokens, okay? You don't own them where you get a percentage of them to sell them or whatnot, but it's your ecosystem. It's what you have in the vault for future liquidity. That's huge for those of you that are here holding that token. You already know that $43 million at today's market value is sitting in that vault. Now, as MoveQuest goes up in market value, those MoveQuest tokens also go up in market value, which increases the value of that liquidity pool. What's important to really understand is that in this project, there's no allocation of MoveQuest. Not to me, not to Wally, not to the designers, not to anybody. You mine them or you buy them. So that's very good stability for the longevity and the future of MoveQuest, because these tokens are future liquidity. That's huge. That's a lot of liquidity. That's half of the pair already banked in the ecosystem. So these are permanently out of circulation until they go in to the pool as liquidity, which means these can never be sold. They will have to be purchased first, okay, before they can ever be sold. A lot of these have been purchased already from the ecosystem. And then, like I said, when the reconciliation of the contracts was done on the MoveQuest, the percentage that wasn't mineable in the first year that was set aside for liquidity, it was all put into the liquidity vault. So we'll make that contract available to you guys. Because what I want is for you guys to be able to see where everything is at liquidity wise and the strength of the project. This is the boost. So when you purchase boosts, it uses MoveQuest. Okay. So far, since we launched the boosts at today's market value, there's 2,402 MoveQuest. Okay, that's also future liquidity that will go into the liquidity vault. $50,000 at today's market value is what has been used in the ecosystem from the community. All of the hatcheries, okay, that's 652,000 MoveQuest tokens. In total, there's 928,000 MoveQuest. Okay, that's held by the community. 652,000 of those are in the hatchery. You guys, that's amazing support from the community to have all of those tokens staked in the hatchery with only 273 in circulation. That means that this community really believes in this project, really supports the project, and that's why you have those tokens staked in those hatcheries. That's a lot of MoveQuest, and that has a major impact also on the liquidity, because as you can see, this is the current liquidity, but we already have the MoveQuest, okay? So we've already got 50% of that. So this is what it needs in USDT to be fluid. The ones that are currently held in wallets, which is this 273,000, that's what it needs to be completely fluid. With everything that's in the hatcheries, because we already hold, see, it only needs 292,000 MoveQuest tokens. We got over 2 million in the liquidity vault. So we've already got half of the 12 million. So we only need 6 million in USDT to be completely fluid with all of these tokens. that are in the hatchery. That's also very strong, especially if you take what the submissions are on a daily basis, add that up over the next 210 days, we nearly cover it with that alone, not including anything else in the ecosystem, just the submissions alone with zero growth. So everything is really on track, very, very strong with this ecosystem, with the liquidity pool, with the token circulation. And that's because the community, you guys really do get this project and understand it. And that's a really good thing. So there's some people that don't get it. There's some people that, think it's a little bit difficult, but you guys are, those of you that were at that stage in the beginning, you're not there anymore. You get it, you understand it, and you're starting to see how all this works. And it shows in what's being staked. This here, the MoveQuest contract, this is the contract where the MQT were originally minted, which has been renounced. So these MoveQuests have been sent to that contract by mistake by different people in the community, and they're never retrievable. They'll never, ever be accessed. Those are just gone forever. When you unlock mining dock slots, this is what MQT is in the mining dock. The Evolution wallet, this is the wallet that buys the MoveQuest tokens when the algorithm in the ecosystem triggers a buy or a correction or an injection. It's currently holding 5,002, and most likely in the next day or two, it'll trigger for a deposit into the vault. It's only supposed to hold about 1,000 MoveQuest tokens, but it looks at what is coming in, what it's going to need for liquidity, and when it's ready for a deposit into the liquidity vault, then it'll go in to that vault. So you'll see this number increase, this number decrease. This is MoveQuest from when people evolve their miners. So if you evolve from a Trailblazer to a Vanguard or a Vanguard to a Titan, this is the MoveQuest that's in that contract. And all these contract addresses, like I said, I want to make them available to you guys on the website with the same information so you can come in and see on a daily basis where everything is. You don't have to wait for me to show this to you. This is one of the old hatcheries that MoveQuest will eventually go into the liquidity vault. It's just extra that's sitting there. This is the mining pool. This is enough token at the 2,500 per day to be mined until next August 1st. However, because of the new algorithm based on an average of 600 a day, which we're actually above that, I think it's over 800 right now, it would take 1,091 days to use up that MoveQuest, approximately 3 years. But we are growing really quite well. I think it's slow but consistent. So it won't take 3 years to go through these. But anyway, this is locked up at least at a minimum for 1 year with only so many that are being mined per day. So this is a full year's supply of the MoveQuest that could be mined this year. And then this here is obviously the liquidity pool. So this is showing you that there's over 3 million tokens locked up in the contracts. Most of them are up here in the liquidity vault. So it's not like a ton, but that's a good amount of token for liquidity. Everybody should be really impressed by that and excited about that because that's a big deal. 70% of the MoveQuest tokens are being staked. That is really, really good. That means only 30% are actually in circulation. This is what is in the incubator. This is what is in the nest. And if you're in the nest, it's because you plan on going into the golden hatchery. And so this kind of tells you that, when they come out of the nest, they'll be into, I'm sure most people want to go into tier 4 because that's got the highest yield of MoveQuest. So if you add that to the 478, it kind of gives you a good idea of what's going to be in tier 4. So it lets you know that there's 652,000 MoveQuest tokens that are currently in the hatcheries. Why am I telling you guys all of this? I want you guys to really understand what the liquidity pool is and what all of these smart contracts mean. I've had a couple people that'll text me and go, yeah, what was that big move, MoveQuest? It was over, 100,000 of them or 10,000 of them, or, I'm like, well, it went from one contract to another contract. That's the liquidity vault. But I think it's important for everybody to understand these are not wallets. These are actual smart contracts. Let's see here. What day are we on? The 4th. Let me change this here just so you guys get, so we're 4th. This will be 21. 461 days we've been mining on the Avalanche blockchain. It's been a total of 1,154,000 MoveQuest tokens that have been mined. If you look here and you deduct the 928,458 that the community still holds, that's big time, you guys. That's really amazing if you think about it. That's a big deal. Most of you are holders, not sellers. Even though you see that selling there, the majority of the community is not selling. So that shows to me that's very positive. Let's see here. 842. This has been our highest day, November 1st. Okay, I won't get the stats for November 2nd until the round ends tonight. So the mining of the MoveQuest, it is going up, including the hatchery. We're at 2,343 MoveQuest tokens. Okay, 1,500 a day that are mined in the golden hatchery. And right now we're at the 842 mining in the through the ecosystem with your proof of physical activity. So I'm only showing you guys this because I think it's really important for you to see where we're at with everything in the ecosystem. Everything is very positive. If you go and you look at the market value of the token where we currently are, if all of these wallets were to sell, 80 to 90% would get between the $20 it's at right now down to the $5.07 per token. So we're above our low here is above our low a few weeks ago, which was like at $2.99. So we've really moved up into that next tier of market value with that token, where it's actually starting to look good and continue to go up. It doesn't really show. We could have a little bit of downsize, but it's not going to downturn that much. And that right there shows that too. And currently, okay, with the tokens that are in the hatchery, we can stabilize from where we are right now to when those tokens come out at around $49.64, staying at the community level we're at right now. That's with no growth, just staying consistent. So even with the size of our community, which is very small, really, when you look at the market value of the token, the liquidity, and the engagement, to see the token be able to rise up to even $49. And I'm saying this is with just the existing community. That's very positive as well. Now, community growth, you'll see that price market skyrocket well above the $300, $400, $500 mark. We already told you a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, 10,000 people, and you're looking at a market value over $1,000. So it doesn't take a lot to really catapult that market value into really noticeable value public wise, because that would bring some eyeballs. And people would be wondering how are they doing this? But it's just that self-funding ecosystem that we've created. But with just our community, no growth whatsoever, it's sustainable at $49.64. So that is, even if you do the math for the current community, that's very positive as well. What else do I want to talk about tonight? But hopefully, guys, like I said, I don't have a lot of updates. But to me, what's exciting is the liquidity. What's exciting to me is watching that market value go up. It is watching the market value stabilize. It is watching the ecosystem kick in, do market corrections when they're selling and that kind of stuff. And you guys, I don't know who I'm quite certain there's somebody in our community. I don't know that they're mining, but they're in Discord. They're in one of these chats, and they get all of our information. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're not on this call right now. Seriously, because they know everything like instantly. You guys stay away from any links. Don't go, to what do you call it? Don't try to type in app.movequest.com. Don't do it. Just go to movequest.com and connect your website. That way, you know you're always on the correct website and you're not going to get phished. Okay. You're not going to get scammed or conned out of your tokens or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if MoveQuest is just an easy target or if they just do this with all projects. But you guys, your MoveQuest is very valuable. Don't make mistakes. Always, always, always trust your gut. If you think something don't look right, chances are it ain't right. Okay. Make sure back out of it. You don't have to confirm nothing. You can cancel it. Go to customer support or, get a hold of one of our admins, like Herschel or Hayden or Corey. You guys know who those people are because they're in our chats. And don't answer somebody if they directly message you ever, because especially if they're asking to help you out with something, be very leery. Always, always, always be cautious with your crypto. Crypto is like it's your pot of gold. All right, and always guard it. Never be too cautious. Always be cautious. Don't ever give anybody any of your information. I don't care if you think you've known them for your entire life. Chances are it's not even who you think it is. Okay, people can do some crazy stuff online nowadays, especially with AI. I mean, they make videos of I seen a couple of our people in our community. They probably got some out there of me. They look just like them. They sound just like them, and it is not them. It's like, whoa. So you guys got to be really careful of what you're doing. Just always, always, always be so super cautious. If you think something's happened to your wallet, get into customer support, let them take a look and see, and make sure you are in our customer support. Our link to customer support is inside the app on your homepage. It's also listed on our website. Make sure you're going in to our Zoom. Kathleen, that is my sister. Why is she customer support? Because she is my sister. I trust her with my life. Therefore, I can trust her with all of you. She sounds so much like me until you hear her laugh. And then you can kind of start to tell the difference. That's when you know you're in the right Zoom. When you think you're talking to me and you're not, you're in the right Zoom. Okay. So always make sure you're in the right Zoom. Then you have Janae and you have Mike that's in there too that help out. So they're very good. Herschel does a lot of customer support. We got really good people that will help you if you need it. Let me think here. I think that's all I got, you guys. It's been a quiet week, for the most part. And Waleed needed that break. It's kind of been some downtime. We've kind of doing some, what do you call it, housekeeping, with the app, so we can really dig into the challenges. The challenges are going to be so much fun, you guys. You're going to be able to create your own challenges. You'll be able to charge, right, entries for your challenges. You'll be able to award prizes and do all kinds of fun stuff, hold events and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to getting that part done. That is our last big, infrastructure piece. Then after that, it's all the gamification. And then it becomes a little bit, I'm not saying it wasn't fun building this app. It was fun. It was an experience. I got to tell you that. Fun. Hmm. I almost forget what fun is anymore, but this is fun. But I'm looking forward to the next phase of MoveQuest where we really take it into that next fun level and really get communities engaged in people where we can really start, teaching crypto and what this project is about. You guys have been troopers. And I'm talking like it's like coming to an end. It is. It's like this building process is coming to an end where now we can start to focus on that community growth and the fun stuff. It's been a long 4 years, but it's been, I don't even know what to say. It's been an experience, and I'm glad you guys have all been here with us and that we're getting ready now to move into that next phase. So, yeah, you guys have made it happen. We built it and you made it happen. So that's amazing. Without you guys, it wouldn't be here. Poor Waleed. Oh, he's on here. I was gonna say, poor Waleed. I don't even know. He
Yeah,
thinks he's losing his
yeah,
mind sometimes.
yeah. I was taking a week. I mean, I was relaxing, honestly, guys. So I was not available. I was on the beach, right, Jeanette?
You were not on no beach. What are you talking about?
I was still okay. I was still the pub. But anyway, I wanted to talk about one thing because after the Halloween story, which is basically don't click on any link, don't move. I mean, anywhere from the website, type always movequest.com, etc. I just want to make one precision. If you guys are on mobile, you cannot be hacked by a distributed link, either in Discord or in your email. And the simple reason is that this link will always open on Chrome or Safari, a dummy browser, which is not MetaMask. So you cannot by mistake land on your MetaMask browser open right away. So if you are not too confident with your desktop setup and desktop MetaMask, try to use your phone the most possible. That will avoid any clicking on fishy links that would basically trigger immediately MetaMask and stuff. So yeah, that's one precision. And never, 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 never give your private key to anyone, even if it's me. That's it.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
that's really good information too.
yeah. I'm
Amazing.
going to take a
Yes.
break the next week as well, and the next one, and the one after that. So yeah,
No,
we
you're
are going
not.
to. Yeah.
Can I just add something to
Waleed,
it? Can I
Waleed
just
doesn't know how to take a break. I will beg him to go to sleep. I've been up for 48 hours, 70 times. Like, go to bed. I can't.
Can I
Yes,
just
go
add
ahead. I'm
something to
sorry.
what? No, no problem. Can I just add something to what Waleed just mentioned? You know, he's basically saying if you get email on your phone or a phishing link or whatever on your phone, you should be protected because it does not automatically launch your DApp browser through your MetaMask wallet. With that being said, do not copy a link from an email or something that comes to your phone or what have you and paste it in your DApp browser because that would be defeating the purpose of what he just shared with you. So just wanted to add that little piece to it. Go to your DApp browser, and as Miss Lynette said, type in movequest.com. That was all.
And on Binance, Waleed is currently working on updating the Binance site. So that should be updated soon. And then the draw or the submissions and claims should be back on again. Okay, somebody says I burned a rest boost and it said I should have gotten 18,000 shares, but after burning it, my shares dropped to 0 and it won't let me submit. You know anything about that, Wally?
Yeah, you are most probably using Android and you are using either Fitbit or Google Fit. And in that case, you need to wait because these two apps turn your shares to 0 the first time. Then when it writes on Health Connect, etc., so it brings back your health data. So each time these two apps write inside Health Connect, they turn everything to 0. When they finish, they bring back the data. So you just wait for them to write the data, close the app, reopen it, uh, and you should be good.
Okay, and then on the Christmas boost that we gave away last Christmas, when can you make them
Yeah,
live for
so
people to
they
claim?
will be live before the weekend, meaning it should be Friday. So you should find, I mean, in the same page of the boost, you should be you should find a section where you have to claim your Christmas boost, and you will have to choose between the three types of boost. So you choose one, which one you want to take. So it will be either a 30% boost for performance or a 100% limit boost or a rest boost. So up to you guys to choose which one you claim uh, for that one. So at late it should be there on Friday.
Very, very good. I'm just running through this question.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a question: how many active wallets are submitting daily now? So on the website you have global stats available for everyone in the menu at the left. So you should see the increase of the submissions. Currently we are at yeah 3,300 I think. Yeah. So this is you you can guys see everything right there. You can also check the wallet scanner for whom are submitting for Bullish Moon to get the submission for MoveQuest price and the price for the submission to Bullish Moon.
Can you update this contract here for the website so that it shows the accurate number of dock slots?
Yeah, yeah, this will be updated before the weekend.
Probably could take away some of these decimals too, just so it looks better on the page. But this is the wallet scanner, so you can check. You just paste the wallet, and it will any wallet, and it'll scan and tell you submissions, all that good stuff. But the global stats, you just click global stats on your dashboard, and right here is what Waleed was talking about. It gives you the date. These rounds are in progress, so you can see that our stats are going back up again for submission. So yeah, the 31st, we're at 3,370, which is great because what down here, October 11th, we were at 2,067. So that's a good thing. So that's where you see the submissions. All right, all right. What else? Let me go back over here now to get the questions. So you'll be able to see the stats there. Somebody else was asking, oh, that's something different. All right. Okay. Yep. Sales managers are working on bringing in. Are you still presenting MoveQuest at the event this week in Florida? Well, we weren't necessarily representing MoveQuest. I was going to be down there for that event, but I don't know if I'm going to make it now. I was trying to get there, but it's not looking so pretty for me. I can never get away from my computer. That is why she sounds like me. She is related. Let's see here. Any updates on the pitch deck? Yep, working on that pitch deck as well. Waleed, I've got a lot of decks. And if I send them over to you, can we get them up on site on the dashboard for people?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, good. So you guys, I'll get those over to Waleed so we can get all that stuff up on the site. Yep, we do need an updated presentation. Absolutely, we will get that done too. And actually, I have one. Oh yes, Waleed, we need the BMed hatchery to go live. Also, the golden hatchery for them.
All right. Yeah. So the hatcheries for BMed are ready.
Okay, good.
So they are pretty much ready. One thing is that as they don't have already a pool, so you won't have the real-time value displayed for them.
Right.
Just to know that.
But that will play a huge role, you guys that are going to be using the hatchery for the BMed token when they list as to who are the holders, right? And that will play a big role in the stability of that liquidity pool too. The bad thing right now is that everybody submits with AVAX. AVAX has dropped. So I am just going to tell you guys personally, when we do something with this project, we always want to do what's the very best for the community when something, is going live. If for some reason AVAX does not turn around, okay, I would highly recommend to the Bullish Moon group not to list that token on December 1st. And hopefully you guys will all understand that and know that it isn't, anything nefarious going on. It's simply that right now, all of that submission that you guys have been sending in for that token was at a much higher market value. It was up in, between $20 and $30 when AVAX was there. And if AVAX is at $15, that means that pool that you guys have all been building is at 50%. And so it would only make sense for Bullish Moon not to list on December 1st and to wait for the AVAX to come back up so that you don't have losses because they're not going to pair to AVAX. And so that token wouldn't benefit from the AVAX, bull run when it does come back. And it would really, I think, hurt that pool. And that's what you guys have been submitting for because you want that stable liquidity pool. You want the higher market value. It's got less token that's going out. It's a very solid token. It should do very, very well. So hopefully you guys will understand that if they don't list on December 1st, it's because I've really highly recommended that they don't. And it's nothing negative on their part. It's actually something that's for the community's benefit for them to wait until that token corrects itself because you guys got to think about it. That's your liquidity that's being banked up, right? You want to get the biggest bang for from your ecosystem. So hopefully you guys will agree with us on that one. We are working with a couple of projects right now. It's about us being able to get everything in and set up with them. And if you guys, if you're talking with projects, as well, let us know. But we do have some really good projects that we're working with right now. Very excited about those. It's gonna be good. Let's see here. Mentioned recently we might have leasing open soon. Yeah, the leasing is ready. I mean, of course, we'll test it and make sure it's still working with all the other contracts that we've made. The deal with the leasing is making sure there's a demand for it, because if you introduce the leasing and there's no demand, then it's a failed feature. So we really want to make sure that demand is there. And we're getting closer. Okay. Everything is positive that's going on with MoveQuest. So hopefully it won't be long, but you don't want to introduce it too soon. And thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Well, obviously, Binance Smart Chain was in Roadmap 1. That's where we started. Proof of concept was on the Avalanche chain. So the roadmap isn't necessarily about a blockchain as it is about adding different features or gamification parts, or like more animation, better 3D, better 3Ds with your miners. These miners actually will look a lot more exciting. They'll look more, what do you want to say, Wally? We and I were just talking about this. We're really working on hiring that professional 3D imagery person that can make these a lot better than what they are. Let's see. Okay, so somebody's talking about with the sales manager. So we don't have an MLM here, right? We just do a direct commission to the managers. If somebody is an influencer or a seller, they can work with a manager, and it'll be up to that manager what they pay that person. We reward people with vanguards, miners, boosts, things like that for sharing the app, but we're completely not into any genealogy per se with this project. We done away with that long ago. And okay, so Herschel, somebody's asking if it's too late to join the challenge that's currently running.
No, it is not. Go right ahead. The site's still up. The button is still live. Click it and come go get it.
We really should add something on our website for your challenge so that so they know they're going to a safe site, you know what I mean? Because we tell
Right.
everybody that we only have
Understand.
movequest.com. Maybe you can get with Waleed to do something on that.
Okay. Yeah, if you can just put a button that shoots over to it, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Who was asking me to check my Facebook Messenger? I already lost that one. It is so simple to sign up, people. Even on your phone, you'd have to tell me why it doesn't work well on the phone. I don't see any issue with with people registering. You'd have to explain to us what is difficult or what's not working, because we've worked so hard to make this as simple as possible that I'm really lost on that one. It is, people have problems with connecting like Health Connect, Google Fit. They're, syncing their fitness trackers to their phones, but that's outside of the MoveQuest app. I mean, it's so simple to get set up. Literally, it's a click of a few buttons. So if you'd have to explain to us what doesn't work well or why it's not easy to sign people up before I could even know how to respond to that one. Yes, as soon as I'm going to run a report, you guys, after that. Every time I try to run a report, it doesn't complete for me. So I need to have Waleed run it for me. And we'll see what number we're at on that free Titan when we hit the 2,500. Those of you that opened up 10 doc slots, I'll be able to get that report. Waleed, if you can run it for me, because it won't complete on my end for some reason. Jason, if you can send me your wallet on the GFAM, or do you know which ones need the GFAM?
Yeah.
Before we, okay, you don't have to send anything in, Jason.
Yeah, I don't
Waleed
have
already
to send
knows.
anything. Yeah, all the wallets that have an exclamation mark and the transaction when they claim, they will get their GFAM. And right now the contract is posed on distributing the GFAM. As we said, we are porting all the Avalanche contract to the Binance Smart Chain contracts right now. So we will equalize the version between the two. Something else you've noticed it as well, we've removed Kite from the app entirely. And I mean, this blockchain is not maintained anymore. And yeah, so Binance Smart Chain will match the exact version of the Avalanche with all its features.
Awesome. Okay, so no, we don't do an evolution commission any longer. What we do is the mining dock. So when people open up 18 mining dock slots, you get a free Vanguard for the referral. It was Amanda that wanted Herschel for you to check your Facebook, not for me. I'm almost never on Facebook.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Herschel is a manager at Lush 2020. Thank you guys for the birthdays. Would it be possible to open up unlimited docks to consolidate miners onto one phone? No, it's not. So my pockets are full of phones. I know, right? Well, you could be wearing 5, 6, 7 watches, I suppose. I don't know. I couldn't walk around with all them phones. No, it's really what you have to, it's one device per mining dock. If I'm answering your question right, but you couldn't consolidate it to one phone. Let's see. Happy birthday, thank you guys. Let's see, this bounces around a little bit. The subscription fees haven't changed, they're the same. They've not changed at all. So you're paying the same in fees this week as you paid last week and the week before and the week before and the week before and the months before. There's been no change. It may take more AVAX because AVAX is so low, or it was taking less AVAX when AVAX was high, but we didn't change the fee. So let's say, for example, if it was $20, okay, to submit, last week it would have taken 1 AVAX, but this week it would have taken 2 AVAX, but that's because AVAX is down. If AVAX was up, let's say to $40 and your fee was 20, it would only take a half a MoveQuest. But because MoveQuest or AVAX is low, it's taking more MoveQuest, but the fee hasn't changed. It's that AVAX, the market value of AVAX has changed. So hopefully you'll understand what that meant. But when will the Binance chain be ready? We're working at it as quickly as we can. Again, I don't like to give dates, but I know Waleed is diligently working at it. So hopefully it'll be very, very soon. Their code in, it stays gray. Okay, why would that be? Step 2, it will not move forward after putting the person who signed you up their code in. It says it stays gray. Does that mean it's not a good activation code, Waleed? Why would that not light up? Why would the button not be hot?
Well, it could be many things, but I really advise to go to the support. It's like 2 clicks away to get it activated, but it depends on the situation. Uh, it could be that you've opened the link in a non-MetaMask, I mean, in a non the app browser. It could be that your RPC is not working at that time, but it should not be your activation code. But you say that it's grayed out. When it's grayed out, that means that this person has already registered, and you should not be able to change it.
Are you going in through your wallet's browser? Okay, so you are going in through your wallet's browser. It may be your RPC. You may want to change it to a different RPC node. Do you know how to do that? And if you've got me as a contact in WhatsApp, okay, so you use the computer. Did it work once you used the computer? Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why that would happen. I haven't had anybody else tell me that the app wasn't working for registration, so. All right. I guess that's everything. Any Christmas specials? I don't know yet. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm sure we'll do something with Christmas specials. Well, thank you guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. You guys made it all possible. I've never used a Nano, so I'm not sure. You should be able to add it. You know what? We are waiting right now on our website to go live. Hayden and Rosario are working on some step-by-step videos. I guess there's a few more to do. Hopefully, once those are done, they'll be added to that site, and then the site will be published. And then all of that will be there, including all of the swag, t-shirts, sweatshirts, baseball caps. The store is there, so you'll be able to get them there. And again, thank you guys for all the happy birthday wishes. 35 today. Yeah. In my dreams. All right. That's it. Anybody got anything else they need to ask?
Good, looks good. Once again, Miss Lynette, we want to thank you. This is, you know what? This kind of reminds me of last year, around this time. It's
Yeah.
and we're on a solid foundation, and we're revisiting the excitement. Let's just keep the momentum going, community. I'm definitely excited and moving forward and what 2026 has in store for us. So, Miss Lynette,
Yes.
once again, thank you. Waleed, I told you last week we need to see more of you. Glad to have you with us this evening as well.
Yes,
And we're
indeed.
gonna
Yeah. I was taking a break this week, so yeah, I can be there tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, we want to thank all of you also for coming out. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up for this evening. 1 second. What am I doing here? Okay. Boom. So if you can go ahead and, I'll stop it on this side, Miss Lynette. Stop your share.
Oh, yep.
And we're going to go ahead and close everybody out one more time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening and rest of the week.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.
A mountain ahead, but I'm ready to climb. One step at a time. The mirror's my rival, the mirror's my friend. It's me versus me till the end. Rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up, take the challenge, break the chain, push the limit on the pain. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Shadows a whisper, try to pull you down. Stay strong, readjust your crown. Change your lane, MoveQuest is a brand new game. No finish line, the only limit is the one in your mind. Rise up. travel